Jensen, you might want to get off the streets. It's not safe for anyone.
What'd I do? Just take it easy. It'll all be over soon. Put it away!
Hey everybody, what's going on? Unfortunately, the microphone audio was lost in this episode, so it's not going to be quite as chatty. Maybe I can chime in at certain points where stuff is funny or interesting in some way. But I guess I will let you just enjoy the game audio all on its own, and it's not too heavily edited an episode. It's pretty straightforward. But of course I'm going to punch this guy because he's going to get lippy with me.
That little blackmail stunt you pulled cost me my job. Asshole! Stay where
He goes crazy and you got to just fuck him up. You're going to see like weird psychopath characteristics from me because I was just tired of bullshit and wanted to goof around. I mean, I have every praxis point that I'll ever need, pretty much. I was not expecting to get this much experience, so no more hacking and no more non-lethal. As you see here, I'm very upset that these people got alarmed for defending myself. I was defending myself, and they were like, I'm scared. So I gave them a reason to be scared. Forever hold their peace. Yeah, but I guess, yeah, I'll let the game audio speak for itself. I almost lit him up. He's lucky that the barrel takes a while to heat up, that I had a second thought. So that's that. Oh, the game crashes coming up here. You won't see the crash. It'll just be an edit. But I guess it doesn't like you. Well, you'll see. At first, I thought the cops were after me when I seen these cop cars. I was like, oh shit, they came. But no, they don't care. Anything that happens in an apartment building complex stays in the apartment building complex.
Step away from this area, please.
Listen to how lippy he is. I just had to throw a dumpster at his ass. killed the thug right off. But then I had to knock out the... And then those guys over there, it's funny, they didn't care. Like, yeah, whatever. We don't care. Let me know what you guys think about commentary after the fact. I can sort of get more of a general overview of what's going on without my reactions. But
Jensen, you might want to get off the streets. It's not safe.
This is where it crashed. I seen so many guys sitting there on the ground that I wanted to do something like throw a gas grenade at them, see what happened. So that's what I did. And everybody went to sleep. Watch this. Look how they fall backwards. Oh, I'm sorry. But then, of course, yeah, I had to reload my game. I didn't feel like killing everybody again and all that. I tried a second time and it crashed again, so don't gas grenade a bunch of civilians, I guess, is the moral of the story. So there's a lot of stuff blocked off this time around in Detroit, because you're coming back when people are rioting and stuff. The police station's closed. Seraph is blocked off.
Easy! I saw you throw that firebomb, you little shit! Wasn't me, man! You stay right there until the wagon gets here.
Yeah, you stay there till the wagon comes. I don't know. What wagon?
Back away, this does not concern.
That bullshit doesn't concern me. It's my city. Sorry. But yeah, this is a pretty straightforward episode. You come back to Detroit, and you will also be going back to China as well, right after this. This storage unit is not available yet, but it will be after a side quest takes place. But I'm gonna get out of here, chatty-wise, so enjoy. I'll see you later.
You wait for them to save you? I promise you, you'll learn. Fear the machine men. They're among us. Run! Wait.
Training exercises for augmenting soldiers? How did they think this was gonna go over?
I don't pay much attention to protests like that.
What you want?
I'm a friend of...
Really? Okay. You okay, sweetheart?
I'm a little shaken up, but I'm just glad we got off the street.
What'll it... Be sure to take... What'll... Oh... How... Oh...
I ain't got nothing for you. Check with the man. And keep your hands where I can see them.
This is not a good time to talk to you.
Jensen, Sarif had me hack the convention center security logs for you. Sandoval signed out. He isn't there.
Taggart will know where he went.
You really think he'll tell you in the middle of a riot? In front of all the media?
He will if I ask real nice.
Well, if that doesn't work, he also has a dressing room backstage. Seems to me a man like Taggart must keep close track of his employees. Speaking of which, I also backtraced that breach in our own firewall. The one Sarif opened but forgot to tell us about.
The one he was using right before he hired me. Right.
Looks like our boss was being chatty with a private detective named Brent Radford. He lives on Earl's Court, in case you want to get chatty with him too.
Dr. Chetchery,
Will you?
call 217. Dr. Chetchery, call 217.
Always.
Dr. Tepkowski to OR. Dr. Tepkowski to OR.
Waxed. And if you wouldn't mind tidying up a little.
If you don't shut up, I'm gonna put another bullet in you.
Yeah. Jensen? Oh, Christ.
Brent Radford?
In the flesh. For now.
How do you know my name? What happened here?
Answers for favors. There's a trauma kit I keep somewhere around here. Find it.
You need a doctor. I'll get help.
No. No time. They could be back. Any minute. Find the kit quickly. If you want answers. I ain't talking.
I'll be back.
Did you find the kid? Oh, sweet Jesus. The pain. Morphine. I ain't talking.
This should help with the pain. Now tell me what's going on.
Those sons of bitches. I should have seen it coming. I knew from the moment Sarif got spooked that this case would come back and bite me in the ass.
Seraph. So you're the investigator he hired to run a background check on me.
Detective. Or I was, until... Christ, fuck it. It hurts enough just trying to breathe. Point is, the goons that did this to me, professionals. I think your boss pissed off the wrong people, trying to dig up your dirt.
What people? What did you find?
No time to go into details. My storage unit, the sons of bitches. They're headed there now. Sarif had me uncover a ton of shit on you. Stuff even you don't know. Your parents, your real parents. The tests, the fire. What are you, Jensen? Some kind of freak?
Focus, Radford.
I put it all... I mothballed the case in storage. It's in an alley. Behind the bank. Your files are there. But Michelle knows. Michelle knows more. You need to stop. You need to stop them. Fuck. You... that hit the spot.
Is there anything you...
Take whatever you want. From here or...
Radford, I know you're in a lot of pain, but it's important you give me as many details as you can.
There's a storage unit.
You mentioned someone named Michelle. Who's Michelle?
Your guardian angel.
Who is she?
Tell me, do robots even believe in angels? Or did they take that out of you? Did they take that away? You know, your soul, when they built you. Tell me, what was it like when you died, Jensen?
I know you're in a lot of pain, and the morphine is...
Just find her before they do.
Why did Seraph stop the investigation? You said he was spooked. What spooked him?
You wouldn't believe me even if I told you. Hell, even I don't. I still don't believe it. You believe in ghosts, Jensen?
Seraph was spooked by ghosts.
Close enough. Illuminati. Conspiracies, theories, it's all bullshit. But you stink of it, Jensen. Enough to have your boss, one of the most powerful men in the world, look away. You're a ghost. A fucking tragedy. Everything you touch, everything that touches you, dies.
Who did this to you?
Guys in suits. One of them, David or Daniel, something like that, British accent. He was in charge. Talked about a Mr. Gray. They were in a hurry. 4 of them. Not counting the one they left behind. Well-armed, disciplined. I didn't stand a chance.
What were they looking for?
You robot. They wanted my information on you. Someone powerful has their eyes on you and is very interested in your past.
I'm leaving.
No. Those fucking animals. I can't move anything. I was turning around, pulling my gun when the first bullet hit me. The second one, they fucking paralyzed me.
I'm sure it's not as bad as you think. It might be a reaction to the morphine.
I know what morphine does. I also know what a 9mm round fired at less than 10 meters does to the thoracic vertebrae on impact.
You need a doctor. They can fix that.
I ain't turning into no freak. Even if I could afford the surgery, the augments, I'd rather die than be half a machine. And I sure as hell ain't gonna live the rest of my life in a wheelchair, shitting in a goddamn diaper.
Radford.
Listen, I know there's still a few more morphine shots. Another 2 should do the trick. Please, this is as close as I'm gonna get to begging you. Don't leave me like this. You owe me that much.
Why do you hate augmentation so much?
Because it ain't right. You can't go changing the way things are. You can't replace the real thing with an imitation. It ain't right. It ain't natural.
It can save your life.
No, you lose more than what gets left behind on the chopping block. You should know this by now.
Neither is suicide.
Don't you fucking judge me, robot. You don't know what I've been through. Come on, this should be easy for you. I know Sarif didn't put blades in those arms just so you could trim the hedges.
Is this what you really want?
There's a bear? Pope in the woods? Shit. I fucked that one up. Listen, robot. If I could do it myself, I would. I got no family left. No one left to mourn. It's for the best. I ain't gonna be no burden on society.
Last chance, Brent.
Just fucking do it.
It'll be quick.
I know. You did a good thing. Here.
The ones that did this. I'll find them.
Look at you. An iron giant with a heart of gold. But don't do it for me. Do it for her. For Michelle. You owe her your life.
Pritchard. I located Radford. He was attacked by men in suits. Private security, Secret Service types. I'm going after them.
What about Radford? Did you get anything out of him?
He didn't make it. There was nothing I could do.
Right. I'll call it in. You have a new lead, at least?
Yeah, I'm on my way there now. I'll contact you when I have more.
Of course he is. I know Mr. Gray.
Let's get him! Gotta be here somewhere.
Access grant. Did I leave my door open? Wait, you're not from Rolling Mills. You're too handsome to be from Rolling Mills.
No, I'm not. Mrs. Michelle Walters, is it? My name's Adam Jensen.
No. You much too old to be him. You must be from Rolling Mills. And please, it's Miss Walters.
Brent Radford sent me. Do you remember him? He's a detective.
Yes, lovely gentleman. He still has my photos of Adam when he was a baby. Oh, could you be a dear and fetch them for me? I forgot who has them, though.
Are these the photographs?
Oh, yes. Thank you. I haven't seen Adam Jensen in such a long time. Forever, it seems. Such a happy baby.
Miss Walters, can you tell me about the boy in those photos?
The boy in those photos? Adam. Tragic, really, what happened to his parents. His real parents.
His real parents?
They died in that fire. Horrible, really. I was there. At least those other cribs were empty. I only had to save Adam.
Mrs. Walters, I really need you to focus. What are you talking about?
Why, I already told that nice detective all this already. About the experiments and the fire at White Helix Labs. We knew Adam was special. That's why his parents started the fire, so they didn't do the same thing to the next batch of babies.
So Adam's real parents were trying to protect him. But from what?
Why, from the conspiracy, of course. But I've said too much. Would you be a dear now and go fetch my dinner?
I would love to hear more about the boy in those photographs.
Such a polite and handsome young man. It'll be my pleasure. The boy in the photo, Adam. Jensen was never really his last name, you know. We only gave that to him after the fire.
Fire?
At White Helix Lab. That's where Adam's real parents worked. At least I think they were his parents. All those babies, the gene therapy they went through, but Adam was special.
Special? How?
He survived what they did to those babies. He was one of a kind. Then, when we heard they were going to use him to inoculate the next batch of infants...
Wait, what were they doing to the babies?
I wish I could remember. I was just part of a nursing staff. But Adam's parents, they started the fire. Yes, I remember that. They asked me to hide Adam. Then they started the fire. Poor things. They never got out in time.
So they started a fire at White Helix Labs. And you hid me.
No, not you, dear. Adam Jensen. Or at least I think that was his name. Well, I gave him to the Jensens to raise. They were a lovely couple.
Miss Walters, my Adam's real parents, who were they?
I'm sorry. What were we talking about? Oh, when are them Rolling Mills people gonna get here with my dinner?
Miss Walters, please. I know it was a while ago, and remembering all the details might be hard, but do you think you can try and focus for a minute? What did you tell the detective?
Well, Mr. Radford and I spoke about many, many things. But don't you have meals to deliver? And where is my dinner?
Thank you for your time, Miss Walters.
Oh, before I forget, if you see Adam, could you please give him this? It's for all the birthdays and Christmases I've missed. I've been saving them.
I'll make sure he gets it.
Thank you, dear. Why, he must be 12 or 13 by now. Make sure he gets something nice.
Pritchard, I need you to assign a temporary security detail to an apartment on Brooklyn Court until I can figure out a more permanent solution. The woman's name is Walters, Michelle Walters.
Security detail? What the hell, Jensen? Who is this woman?
She's family, but she's vulnerable. I'll explain later. Just do this for me, please. And not a word to Sarif. Can I trust you on this, Pritchard?
Christ, Jensen. All right. I'll do it. But there better be a damn good reason for this.
There is. I'll fill you in next time I see you. But right now I need to get back to work. And Pritchard, thanks.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be under control in the convention center.
And Taggart?
He's on stage now. His
third time this escalator has broken down.
I know you probably don't agree with what Mr. Taggart has to say, but you can't deny that he's a powerful speaker.
Jensen. Don't know how welcome someone like you will be in here. Watch your step.
Bill is really changing the world for the better.
Or changing it back to what it used to be. To before...
So what do you think of Bill Taggart?
Hey, are you able to get in to hear Taggart's speech? Or changing it back to what it used to be? To before these people started...
The
convention center has been quiet all night. I expected...
I just can't subscribe to Taggart's Neanderthal.
Influence legislation. How he's going to convince you this is really what you want? With fear.
You don't have to get up and since I don't.
Cost letters posted.
Yeah. Backstage area is completely blocked off. Even the janitor can't get back there now.
What about the air vents?
You're kidding, right? Have you seen the size of those vents? You expect a contortionist or midget is gonna try to assassinate Taggart?
Don't get smart.
Watch it, sir. There are guards everywhere. Any attempt on Mr. Taggart...
Human evolution is a fantasy, but that is exactly what I am telling you. As a world...
Where's your sidekick, Taggart? 6 months ago, Sarif Industries was attacked by mercenaries whose objective was to cripple our research. But I've learned the attack was just a smokescreen. Megan Reed's team was kidnapped, and Isaiah Sandoval, your personal aide, was involved.
That is ridiculous. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for Mr. Jensen's intrusion, and I assure you that these accusations are without basis.
Are they?
This is Sandoval. Why are you calling me here?
There's been a change of plans. Serif's team must not make it to the hearing.
But that's too soon. If you want me to remove the GPLs, I'll need a full operating suite. Does the facility have one?
That's your man, Taggart. Talking about removing implanted GPL devices so that the people who took Sarif scientists could cover it up.
I see what's going on here. Sarif Industries has received 2 black eyes in the last few days. The first, due to the shocking news coming out of Montreal that biotech companies are secretly participating in unethical super soldier experiments. And the second, as a result of their violent escalation of today's peaceful protest. David Sarif and his corporate bedfellows are desperate and in imminent danger of losing the regulation vote, so this man has been sent here to attack my reputation.
I'm right here, Taggart. Look at me. I admit, I wouldn't feel bad if your reputation was damaged in front of the press, since you've been doing the same to my colleagues for years. But that's not why I'm here. Sarif scientists are alive, and it's time for the truth to come out.
The truth, Mr. Jensen, is that this recording of yours proves nothing. It could have been made by anyone in the world with a grudge against Humanity Front, and you are our prime suspect.
You got a lot of nerve to accuse me of lying. I'm not the one standing in front of a crowd of people hiding my involvement in kidnapping and murder.
My involvement, Mr. Jensen? Your recording doesn't prove that. I know why you came here instead of taking your recording to the police. I know the real reason for your accusations, and you're not entirely to blame for what you're doing. It is common, after trauma such as the one you suffered, to fixate on the event, to stay blocked in the past. In a word, you're obsessed.
I can worry about myself later. What's really important now is the 5 innocent people whose lives were stolen from them during that attack. Sandoval knows where they are. Now where is he?
I don't want to see anyone's lives stolen from them. What is it you're truly looking for here? Absolution? A return to the feeling of control you lost when your limbs were taken from you? Do you think coming here today and casting me as your enemy will help you achieve that?
I have an idea, Taggart. Why don't I give my recording to that reporter down there? He has a machine that can prove it's real right now, once and for all. Of course, when he says it's genuine, I guess it'll be top news story for the next few weeks, and you can kiss your vote goodbye. On the other hand, if you talk to me backstage, I can hold on to this recording, and you can keep the benefit of the doubt for a little while longer.
Very adroit, Mr. Jensen. Nicely played. I see you have me over a barrel. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize, but I'm going to have to beg your indulgence for a few moments more. If you will all please remain patient, I will return as soon as I can. Thank you. Mr. Jensen, I'll see you backstage.
This whole situation is getting out of control. They're treating people like guinea pigs.
I can tell by the way you look. You and I are not gonna be friends.
Mr. Taggart warned us there might be AUG trouble tonight.
We've got our eyes on you, AUG. Don't try anything funny.
Duties firsthand. They will find nothing but order.
I saw that!
Outside the doors of such well-known biotechnology firms as Kusanagi, Isole, and Seraph Industries. The footage sparking the riots appears to show scientists performing crude, torture-like experiments on teams of augmented super soldiers. Just minutes ago, Sao Yun-Ru, CEO of the Taiyong Medical Corporation, commented
You got a
on the
lot of
images.
nerve showing your hands or
to
face
know
here.
that we at Taiyong Medical have not and never will condone these experiments. This company prides itself on maintaining a safe environment and an ethical approach to research.
Mr. Jensen, I appreciate you allowing me to deal with this in a more discreet manner.
Save it, Taggart. You've wasted enough of my time as it is. Now, where's Sandoval?
He has an apartment he uses when in this city, on Grand River Road. He mentioned he was feeling very run down, so I can only assume he went there.
I see.
He's not an evil man, Mr. Jensen. If he's done what you say, it's only because of his brother, Ezekiel. A man you might know better as Zeke Sanders.
Sanders? The man who attacked Sarah's manufacturing plant?
I knew nothing about it until after it was over, and then I tried. I tried to convince Isaias not to follow in his footsteps.
Good job.
Mr. Jensen, please. Isaias has done so much for so many needy people, people suffering from implant rejection. Promise me you will deal with him fairly.
That all depends on Isaias.
I understand, but please try.
I want the world to know that we at Taiyong Medical
I've told you all I know, Mr. Jensen. Isaias has an apartment on Grand River Road.
This company prides itself on maintaining a safe environment and an ethical
Gunshots! What happened?
Thousands of angry rioters took to the streets in several cities this evening after viewing controversial satellite.
Any idea what's going on out there?
Apparently it's settling down a little. Police have cleared the streets.
I heard they were pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I heard that too. I'm happy we don't have to go out there.
Amen to that. All right, I'm gonna go back and make sure.
I know everyone's involved with the riots. I'm telling you, I need them down. Jensen? I almost didn't recognize you. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what are the chances? Do you remember me? I was a rookie when you still rolled in SWAT.
Nikki. Of course I remember you. How you been? The brass got you on riot control too?
Yeah, I am. Or I was until... Damn it. Look, something big is going down, and I'm kind of freaking out here. You remember that MCBer, Jacob White? You busted him a couple of times.
Yeah, I remember him. Assault and possession. He's still running rackets?
No, I mean, yeah, shit, I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because he's moved on to bigger things.
Nikki, slow down.
Listen, hear me out. I just got word he has his hands on some real military-grade explosives. The prick's got a fucking bomb, Adam. And you know how much he hates the PD. He's going to hit us while we have our pants down with the riots. You gotta help us out here.
Nikki, I'm kinda busy. If he's got a bomb, just call it in and follow procedure.
What do you think I've been doing? I've been on the horn all night, and my CO already sent a patrol over to Jacob's house. We've got a warrant, so they searched the place, but nothing came up, not even Jacob. Now they're saying my CI is probably full of shit and just fucking with me. Bullshit! Jacob's using the riots as cover, and he's going to hit us, and hit us hard. Adam, I need you to trust...
I have to admit, Nikki.
That was then. This is now. After his last stint in Standish, he got...
I remember him saying...
Exactly.
How did White even
My source says he got...
Did he have...
What?
So...
He...
Fine.
What we...
Nikki, you're a cop. Act like it. How are you gonna earn your stripes if you shit yourself under pressure like some wet behind the ears rookie at the academy?
Fuck. You're right. Damn it. I'm sorry. I lost my head. I'm still in the game, Adam. It won't happen again. You can trust me on this.
Just focus, okay? We know that White hates cops, so his first target is probably gonna be the precinct or somewhere nearby. Make sense?
Yeah, and he wouldn't risk hanging around the bank or transit station. They've got those security cameras with facial recognition software. And the precinct is shut down thanks to the internal affairs investigation. That leaves the precinct alleys and sewers as the most probable places to find White. I'm going to get on the horn and update my CO. Can you check those two locations? And Jensen, be careful. White may have left booby traps lying around. He's like that, now that I think about it.
No problem.
I don't know. You remember what White looks like, right? Tall, Caucasian, skin...
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you just...
Got it.
Sorry, but we've diverted all the trams. There are no more coming.
We'll stream you through and answer your questions as best we can, but don't get your panties in a bunch.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't let you into the station.
I really appreciate you helping us out, Adam, but...
We're in the clear. White's dead. You'll find him in the sewers under the precinct.
Oh, what a relief. Wait, he's dead? Man, the less details I know, the better. Anyway, the chief finally...
Great.
Yeah, here.
By the way, Nikki, White's bomb wasn't even explosive. It was a gas bomb. I managed to disable it.
Ah, shit!
Yeah, we'll do that sometime.
Door on 92 to Central. Come in, Central. Over.
Welcome to the Detroit Lottery.
I'd seen the footage, but that...
I
can't go back in, man.
Stay quiet until the wagon gets here.
You sure you closed the door?
Yeah. Of course I did. What do you think I am? An idiot?
You're not gonna make me answer that, are you?
Pritchard, looks like Sandoval's got a secret bunker. I'm gonna flush him out.
Let's hope he's still there.
I think they're afraid someone's gonna try... They sneak a bomb into the dark run.
I'd be more worried about what's in the... If Sandoval doesn't come out in a few minutes, I'm going. No, you're not.
He's on the edge. There's no telling what he'll do.
Wherever we
Go with him. Fine. Hell no. I don't want to walk in on him. He might get scared and start popping off shots. Let him sort out this mess by himself.
And this is why I urge every member of my staff, every man and woman dedicated to the true mission of the Humanity Front, to do the same. Isaias, if you're watching this, I beg you, do not allow misplaced anger to destroy everything we have struggled to achieve.
It's over. He knows I can't come back from that.
Everybody knows, Sandoval. You can't hide from what you've done.
What I've done, Mr. Jensen. I spent years patching people back together from augmentation botch jobs and systemic organ rejection brought on by implants. And now, because of Bill's betrayal, I'll never practice medicine again.
You really want to help someone? Tell me where Sarif's scientists are.
I wish I could, Mr. Jensen. But my involvement ended right after I failed to remove their GPLs.
You failed?
Turns out, my surgical skills weren't good enough to bypass David Sarif's insurance policy. So for all I know, those little implants are broadcasting right now, on a frequency so low your network specialist wouldn't think to look for it.
You changed the frequencies.
You have your answers, Mr. Jensen. And I've lost all of mine. The courts may think I have much to atone for, but my court will be a higher one.
How about I take that gun with me when I go?
You got everything you came for. Please, just leave.
Believe it or not, I'd rather you didn't kill yourself.
That's because you have no idea what tortures I've endured. The guilt, the shame. I was told the scientists would be used to find a peaceful solution to the augmentation crisis. Instead, I was involved in kidnapping and murder. My life ended that night. It's time for me to go.
Think about it. Are you really in such a hurry to face that higher court of yours?
At least there are no lies before God. Did you see that abominable press conference? William Taggart all but accused me of terrorism. He claimed that all the violence committed in the name of our cause was the result of my influence.
So stay alive long enough to tell him your side of the story.
He already knows it isn't true. I trusted that man. For years I gave him loyal service, and he betrayed me. He sacrificed my freedom and good name to save the reputation of his organization. It's no use fighting him. He'll just spin it again. At least if I die, he'll never be able to use me again.
So that's your plan? Just lay down and die so you can't be used again? That's bullshit. You need to face what's coming. There's a very thin line between martyr and victim, Sandoval. And if you pull the trigger, you won't be remembered as either.
You certainly like taking chances, Mr. Jensen. But your point has merit. Maybe I did give up too easily. I made it my life's work to try and help people. But Humanity Front was losing people to the so-called enhancement industry every day. Those scientists were my last chance to stop the insanity, and I failed. If anything, my actions helped the pro-augmentation camp.
Tell me, what lesson are you teaching your kids by killing yourself? It's bad enough they're gonna find out you're a criminal, but you want them to be quitters too? Kill yourself now, and you'll be telling them it's okay to take the easy way out. I know you don't want that. So put the gun down. Show them by your example that you want them to grow up to be fighters.
You son of a bitch! Using a man's family against him! I deserve to die, you understand? I've earned it! God damn! But I can't let them repeat my mistakes. I can't. Take the gun. for their sake.
Pritchard, get this. The GPLs are still transmitting. Sandoval switched them to a lower frequency.
But they could be broadcasting anywhere in the world. I don't have the type of equipment we'll need to find them.
It's our only lead, Pritchard. You have to do something.
I know. Listen, the riot's still blocking the street entrance. Head back to your apartment and Malik will fly you over. Maybe by the time you get here, I'll have figured out something.
You don't need to babysit me, Mr. Jensen. I have no intention of killing myself anymore. Nor will I resist arrest when the police arrive. I assume your people have already contacted them?
If they haven't yet, they will be soon.
Then go. Use the information I gave you to track down your scientists.
The men who kidnapped them. The soldiers.
I don't know who they were. Only last names. Barrett and Namir. I sensed they were highly trained professionals.
Working for who?
I didn't ask. My brother, Ezekiel, put them in touch with me.
Your brother? Not Taggart?
Bill wouldn't be so stupid as to get his own hands dirty. I see that now. He's like Teflon. Nothing ever sticks.
United Nations Corps.
Access granted.
All this talk of super soldiers is bullshit. Folks are just looking for...
Fuck them cops, man.
Yeah, they can't tell us to get off the streets. We own these blocks as much as they do.
They must have locked up all our brothers.
I told you we was living in a police state.
Thousands of angry rioters took to the streets in several cities this evening after viewing controversial satellite footage uncovered by Picus. Detroit, Toronto, Mumbai, and Rio City. Re-establishing security system. Mr. Jensen.
Hey, Adam. Glad you could join me.
Nice detective work, Jensen. You ready to return to HQ?
Yeah. Let's hope Pritchard's found that frequency.
You said it. Hey, I got a message for you, Jensen. From Pritchard. He says he's not in the office.
Great. So what exactly am I supposed to do?
I don't know. He said you should check in with the boss.
If it was true that we were breeding a bunch of augmented soldiers and training them, what do they think stopping us from going home and throwing a bunch of rocks?
Just as instructed, make sure.
Seraph?
David's just stepped out for a moment, Mr. Jensen. But do come in. I've been hoping to meet you.
Mr. Darrow. I'm surprised you even know who I am.
David speaks very highly of you. He says that when it comes to detective work, you are like a dog with a bone. Have you found your scientist yet?
What else did David tell you?
Over the years, plenty. But today I'm here as a friend and fellow scientist. Things are getting quite turbulent out there, wouldn't you agree? So many people drunk on revolution. The United Nations being urged to intervene. And all because of the technology I created.
Things have come a long way since then.
Haven't they? And now my old friend David wants me to lead us to the Promised Land. He's asked me to invite members of the UN to Panchaea, to convince them we don't need industry regulation.
Your geoengineering project in the Arctic Ocean.
The installation couldn't have been built without the assistance of augmented workers. And when it's finished, my little hole in the ocean is going to stop global warming. A lovely photo op, wouldn't you say?
If it works.
You mean, if it doesn't kill us all?
Adam? You're back. Can I speak to you outside? Get to the helipad, son. You're going back to Hengsha Island. Frank tracked down one of the GPLs.
Only one? Is it?
Sevchenko's. But Adam, we had to call in a favor of the DOD to do it.
Meaning, the conspirators probably know I'm coming.
You're Adam Jensen, right? The security chief here? Your men did a good job securing this building when the riot broke out.
Boss said we're heading back to Hangshaw?
Pritchard tracks Shevchenko's GPL signal. If he's alive, there's a chance the rest of them are too.
That's a pretty big leap, Jensen.
We've been making big leaps for a while now.
Whatever you say. You ready to get going?
No time like the present. Let's get going.
Then hop in. Bad news, Spy Boy.
Spy Boy?
Alright, so we're back. I guess I should mention here that this part coming up is super difficult, and it's even more difficult on the hardest difficulty. Malik crashes here, and there's a limited amount of time you have to save her. Otherwise, like, all these soldiers blow up the plane and she dies. Like, straight up. She'll die if you don't kill all these guys in time, and you kind of have to go YOLO all out. If you're doing a non-kill playthrough, it's very difficult. I did do it my first time on the hardest difficulty in a non-lethal playthrough. Originally, like the very first time, was not complete non-lethal, and I let her die. I didn't know you could save her because it seemed impossible. I thought it was just part of the story. But yeah, as you see, I've upgraded all my accuracy and removed the recoil. And I've also upgraded my dermal armor 2 out of 3 times, just in preparation for this moment. I knew this was coming up, so I knew I would have some free practice points available, which is why I don't get the Typhoon stuff. You know, it's just not essential. So you're gonna see me running basically throughout the environment, crossbowing dudes, and in this case, throwing barrel. It's actually kind of smart. Took out some dudes. There we go. And then a lot of painkillers will be popped here. I have 1 hypostim as well, so we're gonna use that. But yeah, it's just essential that you kill everybody in a short amount of time. And this was like 1 take as well. I thought I would have to try multiple times on this, in which case you would have seen an edit. But no, did it my first try, which I was pretty happy about. Throw an EMP at the robot, and that just disables them completely. Pop barrels, you know, because there's usually guys by them. That's why the barrels are there. There's a couple snipers up top, which will pester the plane, which I forgot about. I'm glad that they didn't finish her off. I was able to save her. But yeah, they also have some guys with heavy rifles. Like, there's heavy rifle ammo there. And one of the guys I killed dropped a heavy rifle, so you could pick that up and use it if you wanted. It probably would do you a lot of good. But my FAMAS, or combat rifle, is all the way upgraded, so it's pretty good. There's one more guy, and he's of course a sniper that I forgot there were snipers. I have not taken out any snipers. I don't know how they got taken out, because there's more than one. But he must have gotten taken out from the barrel or something, but yeah, he's up there. So I see him, and I'm just gonna pot shot him until he dies. I didn't even know there was an iron sight view with this gun. And there we go, the bird's fixed. She's taken off. Doesn't look fixed. I don't know how she fixed it. But yeah. Anytime, fly girl. I don't know, I think him and Malik should hook up, just my opinion. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That was one of the hardest combat sequences in the game, if you're not prepared for it. It is an achievement to save Malik, of course. That's how I found out you could save her. I was like, oh, you can save her? After beating the game and letting her die. I read up the achievements, or the trophies, whatever. Now I'm just checking around the environment and stupid shit. Looking for ammo or whatever. I think I kill myself on some electricity. But that's pretty much it for the episode. We go to China. Well, we're in China now. But you go back to the same open world environment, but Bell Tower hates you, you know, so they're on the lookout for you. So you kind of had to be like sneaky. Some places are blocked off, some places are open now. But yeah, there's that electricity down there. I wanted to see what's up. There's like a little sewage pipe there. But you need some sort of upgrade to not get hurt by that. I think it's one of the armor upgrades, which I didn't get. But I checked in here. It's just like some grenades. Like, who cares? I imagine this is only like an applicable place to go if Malik has been killed and you're still in the firefight. But yeah, I died there. One thing I may not have touched on is that your stuff starts to freak out. You know, like your HUD starts to jitter and Adam will like react to go, ugh, or whatever. And that plays a pretty major role in the story, which we're about to see in the next part. Hopefully my commentary will work in that part. Now I'm just picking up ammo and credits. I mean, what does a dead guy need money for? I mean, nothing. Take his money. But yeah. The whole glitchiness of the augmentations is coming into play. Not just for you, but everybody who has augs is getting affected by it pretty much. So we'll have to investigate that the next episode. Now I'm noticing other explosive canisters I could have used, perhaps, etc. I could have jumped up right in that dumpster and started taking care of business, right? Just like I'm moving through it now. In hindsight, that would have been probably smarter. Having a regular sniper rifle also would be pretty good. Though using the tranq rifle, they're not going to wake them up because they're hostile towards the ship. So you don't have to worry about them waking up their friends. But yeah, gonna take this elevator up. It's a pretty slow elevator, and then afterwards we'll be in Hengsha. So
Jensen, I've been monitoring calm activity around Hengsha. Bell Tower looking for
Pritchard, he would say like, "Oh, Malik's dead." But Malik barely got away, yeah.
Forced us to make an emergency landing. Malik barely got away in time.
And I guess I'll see you guys later, again, for real, this time. So
just give them a wide berth.
See ya.
If they recognize you, they'll shoot.
Oh. 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 Oh.
发生什么事了？
我没事儿。